Hi everyone! So we thought we would do a vlog video today about something we wanted to talk about for quite a while now, and that is
a topic that basically everyone knows who's into K-pop, or basically every other fandom as well.
Yeah.
So that topic is crisis.
and how to deal with such a crisis, because there's different ways to cope with things not going right, and there's always things in life not going right. So
And also in fandom or whatever. And we decided that since we think of ourselves that we found quite a nice way to deal with such a thing or such crisis, we would talk about our way of dealing with things. So just the basic keep calm and carry on thing, or we're just gonna go into little detail there.
And obviously those aren't exact rules, you don't have to do this, we aren't telling you to do it that way, but we are able to cope with not so pleasant things, especially in fandom, pretty well. So
At least we think so. I mean,
we-
it doesn't mean that
yeah.
it doesn't creep up on us at night or whenever, but like at least during the day
we don't freak out.
we
about
keep our
it.
composure. So let's start. Our basic rule in whatever crisis happens is don't trust anything or anyone you hear.
Especially when it comes to things media rights, because media rights a lot of things. If it means that they are getting the attention they want, don't trust things you read online.
And also, if you hear something that you think might not be true, or that you hope may be true, whatever, but you don't have a source, it's so much easier to not spread the rumors. Because spread rumors are incredibly annoying and really stressful as well.
And especially in a crisis situation, everybody is already really
On edge.
Yeah, on edge. So they will see something and freak out about it and tell all of their friends, and before you know it, everybody will think of things that aren't even true.
Yeah.
And that's not nice for the fandom and not nice for the thing you are a fan of. And that is because most of the time there isn't exactly a right and wrong. Like, things in life aren't just black and white. It's not that easy, and you don't know what's going on. So you can't really say, oh, this is right, or this person is doing it wrong, or what this person is saying is totally, he shouldn't be saying this, or she shouldn't be saying this, because you don't know what's going on.
Exactly. Like you never exactly know what factors play into a situation, and you don't know all of the views. Like you yourself have your own view, and when somebody speaks out you might believe them, but their view might not necessarily be the truth. And we don't always know what exactly the truth is, and we will not definitely find out because we are not part of whatever's going on. We're far away, or most of us are far away, not even in this case Korea.
Yeah.
And we can't really, grasp the whole situation.
And also try not to take sides, because what tends to happen is there is a crisis and sides are forming, and that's the worst thing that can happen to a fandom, because fan wars are starting, and that's not a nice thing in general. And especially you are taking a side and you kind of bash the other side without even, again, knowing what is right or wrong, because truth is, you will probably never know. Probably no one will ever tell you what exactly happened there. It's just something you have to accept, kind of.
Something that works for all of us pretty well is, if you feel that the whole situation is, getting too hard for you, just put a distance between yourself and K-pop or your hobby or whatever it is. Do something else, like, I don't know, take up scrapbooking, do some sports, meet your friends, go to the movies, go shopping, whatever it is. Just take some time off. Don't hang over your smartphone or your computer all the time. Just get away from those news sites. Get away from social network sites. Just get away from it for a while and do something else. That helps a lot.
Yeah, and don't just talk to your fandom friends all the time, oh, but she said this and this, and then she said that her friend said that her friend in Korea said this and this isn't the truth, because that just doesn't help you at all. And you will just get more confused, and in the end you won't even know what you are believing anymore.
Plus it also helps if you take a while, get a grasp of the situation, and then build your own opinion about it. Like, don't just, if you read a headline and you're like, oh my god, that's the enemy, I hate that person. That's not, that's not how it works. That's a first impression, but it's not what should form your opinion.
And even if that ends up being your opinion in the end, don't spread it as if it's the truth. It's what you are believing in, but you don't know if it's the truth, so don't spread it online. Don't spread lies.
Yeah, that's not helpful in any situation. Another point that's like something totally different is that as for K-pop is a source of entertainment. K-pop is entertaining, and if the country itself is in crisis and doesn't need entertainment, you have to understand that. It's, it happens that people complain and are like, why is the comeback not happening right now? It should be right now. Yeah, but something came in between, and you have to accept that. It doesn't help you if you complain about it and rage about it.
Especially comebacks are delayed quite often. That happens quite often. And you never, like, in some points you know the reason, but in other points you don't know. But just don't bash people for delaying things without even knowing exactly what's going on all the time. And even if you do, try to understand, try to be understanding, because if something is delayed, normally there is a very good reason behind that. You can be angry or just disappointed, but don't keep it to yourself or within your friend group. Don't bash people.
Yeah, you don't have to do that publicly. Like, feel free to bash people if your crowd's okay with that, right? If we talk and we badmouth someone, it's fine as long as it stays within this circle.
We are not
friends.
exactly doing that in front of the camera.
Yeah,
because that's
exactly.
That wouldn't get us anywhere, and people would get angry at us, and it would come back to us, and we wouldn't really feel.
Plus, if we watch people,
this.
and if we watch people bash whatever our biases, our groups that we like, we'd be pretty upset.
Yeah.
So that's not, that's not the way to go. Also something that is really important is that you don't always have to find an enemy or, the evil overlord that is involved with all the situation. You don't always have to find somebody to blame for things. Sometimes there is nobody to blame. There are always two sides, like we mentioned earlier, and it's not about, finding out who the enemy is and fighting the enemy from where we are, which doesn't make sense either. And that could be an entertainment, somebody who said something bad. You don't always just have to hate on people. Like, I'm not saying try to understand them, but,
That's just not how conflicts work. If there's a conflict, normally both sides are at fault with some things, and then they are right in other things, and just don't even try to get everything figured out, because you will never be able to, even though it's frustrating.
And even if you hate a person, a group, whatever, you can just avoid them. It's not like they are right in your face all the time. You can just, find your way around it. And you don't have to hate on them publicly, you can just avoid them. It's really easy, especially on the internet. Like, if you hate group XYZ, you don't have to click on their videos or articles about them, just stay away.
And it's okay if you start hating something because of something that happened, but normally if you're a fan, try to support the person or the group or the entertainer or whatever you're a fan of, basically. Try to get used to the new situation and then support the thing you like, because that's pretty much all fans can do. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes, but we can try to support.
Yeah, and it's not always saying if you grow out of a group or something, if that's just not your interest anymore, you should stay a fan.
Okay.
That's fine, nobody cares. Like, if you like a different group, whatever, but not in a, oh my, I hate this group now way. That's frustrating for everyone, basically.
And if you do, which is also up to you, if you really don't want to follow the thing anymore, then again, keep it to yourself, because there are people who like the thing, and they will feel hurt if you keep on bashing something.
What we're trying to do is we don't, we have our own opinion, But even if you don't like something, your own opinion doesn't have to come out as hurting whatever it is you don't like, or as degrading something. You can find a way to put your opinion, you know, in a more polite way. Like, you don't have to say, oh, I hate that group, they suck. You can just say, their music is not my style.
And
the styling is not my style. Whatever happened, I don't like this. You don't have to, you know, be so strong and mean about it.
And I think for us, if we were to do that, if we were to say, oh, I hate this group because, you like it and that's wrong, I don't think we would feel good.
No. Because we always have in our heads that if somebody would say that about a group that we like, we'd feel really hurt. So just always keep in mind how other people feel as well. Not only just you.
So yeah, that's basically what we follow, what we go by, and up till now, it went pretty well.
Yeah.
There were a few problems and few crises in the past, and I don't think we ever really freaked out about anything before. And we never really felt hurt or hurt ourselves more in the process, so...
It's just a thing about, you know, there are two levels to this. There's the public level and there's your private level.
Yeah.
And just if something like that happens, don't let it get to your private level. You know, and even if it comes to your private level, you can keep things private there. Yeah. You don't have to put everything out in public.
And also think about how, like, the artist would react. Yeah. Because if you put something out there publicly, chances are someone will eventually see it. And again, if you're a fan, you don't really want to hurt anyone, right? So
just keep those things in mind if you know, care about it. This has been a really serious video.
Yeah, but we felt like it would be interesting also for you to see how we think about things, and maybe for you to talk about this to us in the comments and just tell us how you usually go about stuff like this.
Exactly. That's our way to deal with crisis. So what's yours? What do you do? Do you just embark in like old K-pop or things, or you know, anything that you have to add, please leave it down in the comments below. And also, we did not address a certain crisis because this happens more often than one might think.
Yeah, it does happen quite
so
often.
We didn't want to just talk about one thing in this. Since you know when this video is posted, you probably know which problems we're addressing.
Yeah, you know what made us eventually do this video, but it's not the only thing we're addressing in here. Things like this have happened before.
And they will happen again.
And that's just something, if you're entering a fandom, it's just something you have to be kind of prepared for, although you're never prepared for something like this, but it happens.
Okay. Plus, that's also always something with real people's fandom. It's different than a TV series fandom, a book fandom, or an anime fandom. For real people fandom, if things happen, you know, they can't be taken back.
Yeah, and
because it's reality.
And never forget, they are real people.
Yeah.
So they are probably feeling the same things we are feeling. It's different if you are a fan of a book or a series, and even there, if they kill off a character, like, this will things will get pretty serious, you know.
So basically that, just keep all those things in mind maybe when dealing with a crisis. Also, if you completely disagree with what we said, leave it in the comments below. Like, we are really curious. Just please don't flame us, because that's not the point of this video. No, that's exactly the opposite.
We're not trying to do, but yeah, just talk to us what you think about fandom and crises and how you should deal with things.
That would be interesting to see for us. And if you like this video,
or if you agree with us,
please give it a thumbs up. That would be really nice.
And we promise the next video won't be as serious.
Yeah.
At least we don't hope so.
No.
And if you want to see less serious videos, you can head over to our channel where we have loads of different things.
We usually quite fun,
to
you know,
cheer you up a little if you need that. And if you like what we are doing, then maybe even subscribe. That would be lovely.
And we will hopefully see you on a much more positive note very soon.
Bye!